Eli's boot shattered the shuttle's hatch. Acrid smoke billowed out, stinging his eyes. He plunged inside, heat blasting his face like an open furnace. Princess Cyree slumped in the pilot's seat, scales charred along her iridescent wings. Blood thick, violet, oozed from a gash on her thigh. Her four-fingered hand clutched a control panel sparking with dying lights. "Princess, on your feet." Eli grabbed her under the arms. She weighed like a downed linebacker, but he hefted her anyway. Her wings dragged, snagging on twisted metal.
Sayeri's golden eyes snapped open. "Human?"
"You breach Koth's blockade? Rescue op. Move." Eli hauled her toward the corridor. Flames crackled behind them, devouring seats. The shuttle groaned, hull buckling under enemy fire. Alarms wailed. Red lights pulsed. The only open airlock gleamed 50 meters ahead, a flickering promise in the station's gutted spine. Sayeri limped, one clawed foot scraping deck plates. "Warden Koth commands here. He hunts me for leverage. Leave me." No civilians left behind. Eli slung her arm over his shoulder. Her scales rasped against his firesuit. They stumbled forward. Bulkheads shuddered from distant explosions.
A voice boomed over speakers. "Intruder, this is Warden Koth."
"Surrender the princess. Comply, or I seal you in fire."
Eli ignored it. Sweat soaked his visor.
Sayari's breath rasped, harsh, reptilian. Dragonkin royalty, they called her kind. Wings like sails, strength in flight, but grounded now. She bled like anyone. They hit the corridor. The airlock beckoned. Eli punched the cycle button. It hissed, halfway open. Klaxon screamed. Corridor doors slammed down from both ends. Massive blast shields, 10 tons each. The one ahead ground toward Sayari's escape route. Koth's voice again. "You have 30 seconds. Choose."
Eli skidded to a halt. Air whooshed from hidden vents.
Pressure dropped. Cyree gasped, wings folding tight. Inside. Eli shoved her toward the airlock. She tumbled through the half-open gap. The blast door accelerated. Gears whined. It would shear her in half.
Eli dropped his pack. He jammed both arms into the narrowing slot.
Metal bit his elbows. Servos ground against bone. "Hold it!" Pain exploded up his shoulders. He braced his boots, legs quaking. The door bucked like a live thing. Sayeri whirled in the airlock. "Fool, release, go."
"Cycle it!" Eli roared. His suit's seals hissed.
Vacuum clawed at his skin. Frost rimed his visor. She hesitated, claws flexing. Then slapped the inner control. The airlock irised, shut behind her. Koth laughed over comms. "Human resilience? Pointless." The door wins. Eli's muscles burned. Fibers tore. He locked his jaw, teeth grinding. Sparks flew from crushed actuators. His arms went numb.
Something shifted inside him.
No. Deeper. His blood sang, hot, insistent. Cells knit faster than they should. Pain sharpened focus. The door sheared down. Blades of alloy sliced through flesh and bone.
Eli's arms ended in stumps at the shoulders. Blood sprayed, then slowed, clotting in seconds.
He collapsed against the door, breath ragged. "Beacon. Get the beacon." His pack lay inches away. He rolled, stumps, useless. Teeth clamped the strap. He yanked it close. Zipper between molars, he tore it open. The device tumbled out. A palm-sized transponder, pulsing red. Eli scooped it with his mouth. Bit down on the activation tab. Signal burst. Vacuum howled. His lungs burned. Vision tunneled. Footsteps echoed beyond the door. Clawed boots. Koth's raiders. Eli grinned through bloodied teeth. Sari lived.
"Beacon out."
Job done. Blackness closed in. Princess Cyree sealed the airlock. Frost crusted the outer pane. The human lay there, arms gone, blood pooling in null-age beads. Her wings trembled. "Captain Vrak. Status." Vrak's voice crackled from her wristcom. "Princess Koth's forces converge. We extract you now. That human saved me. Track his beacon." Sayeri clutched her wounded thigh. Pain throbbed, but she stood tall. Duty demanded it. The station rocked. Dragonfire roared outside. Vrak's wingmates scorching raiders. Scales itched with the urge to join them, but ground-bound, she needed allies. Airlock cycled. Dr. Nima Kess burst in, medkit humming. The xenobiologist's tentacles waved scanners. "Princess, vitals stable." "But that human," later, Cyree pushed past. "We retrieve him." Nima blinked multifaceted eyes. He held a blast door, with arms.
Humans don't. Captain Vrak. Psi reactivated full comms.
Eli Mercer lives. Vrak growled. Risky. Koth vents it. Then Burn coughed first. Explosions rattled the deck. Sayuri gripped a strut. The human's face haunted her. Calm, even as steel took his limbs. No scream. Just action. Eli woke to agony. Stumps throbbed, wrapped in regen gel from his pack.
He floated in 0G, station spinning lazy.
No, strapped to a gurney. Alien faces loomed. Sayuri's golden eyes met his. You live, rescuer. Eli coughed. Mouth tasted coppery. Princess. Evac?
She nodded to the medic. Doctor.
Nima Kess probed his shoulder with a tentacled probe. Impossible, Nima muttered. Severed bilaterally, clotting factor off charts. Human baseline doesn't regenerate like this. Itches crawled under skin. Nanites. Sayuri tilted her head, wings rustling. You jammed flesh into machinery. Held for her escape. Standard breach protocol. Eli sat up. Straps snapped, pain flared, then faded. His body adapted, always did. Captain Vrak stormed in, armored scales gleaming. Rifle slung. Koth retreats. Your beacon drew my wing. But humans, unpredictable. Lethal. Just doing the job. Vrak snorted steam. We dragonkin seal wounds with fire. You seal with will. Warden Koth wants you a specimen now. Princess's prize. Sayuri stepped forward. Then we deny him both. Eli Mercer, you have my alliance. Prevent this war. Stumps tingled, bones knitting audible. Got tools in my kit. Prosthetics by dawn.
Not needed. Regrowth at 20%.
This biology, alarms blared. Hull breach. Koth's voice, infiltrated. Princess, human freak. Surrender or I glass the sector. Vrak, bared fangs. Arm, the human. Eli grabbed a plasma cutter from the gurney. Stumps gripped it, raw nerve endings firing like claws. Sayuri's wings flared. Trust sparked in her eyes. One human sacrifice flipped the hunt. They charged into the fray. Eli cut first steel parted like foil. Raiders howled. Koth's forces faltered. A maimed human led the charge. Warden Koth sealed his bridge. Holoscreens showed chaos. The human armless hours ago wielded a cutter like a dragon's talon. Specimen priority, Koth snarled to his lieutenant.
Capture alive. Raiders swarmed the corridor.
Blaster fire lit the dark. Eli slashed through the last restraint. Steel shredded like foil under his new claws. Black scales gleamed on the elongated fingers. 4 per hand, razor-tipped and flexing with his pulse. He sat up on the medbay gurney. The room spun. Harsh lights buzzed overhead. His stumps, no forearms, throbbed with fresh nerves. Bones had knit overnight into something alien, stronger. Captain Vrak burst through the hatch. His pistol snapped up. Barrel trained on Eli's chest. Steam hissed from the dragonkin's nostrils. Lockdown.
Infected human. Seal the bay.
Vrak's scales bristled. His tail lashed the deck plating. 2 guards flanked him, rifles raised. Eli raised his claws slow. No threat. Just show them. Easy, Captain. It's me. Princess Sayuri swept in behind. Her iridescent wings flared wide. She planted herself between Eli and the guns. Stand down, Vrak. That's an order. Vrak's eyes narrowed. Fangs glinted. Highness, look at him. Claws like a void beast.
He could rend this ship. Sorry held her ground.
Her tail coiled tight. He saved us. Twice. Lower the weapon. Dr. Nima Kess pushed past the guards. Scanner in hand, she waved it over Eli's arms. The device hummed. Her feathers ruffled as data scrolled. Fascinating. Foreign regenerative organ pattern. Symbiotic implant? No endogenous mutation. Human baseline accelerated. Those claws integrate muscle fibers denser than dragon scale. Eli flexed. The claws clicked. He felt the power. Grips that could crush hull metal. Felt it coming during the raid. Stumps gripped the cutter. Now this. Vrak lowered his pistol a fraction. Koth's raiders swarmed us.
You cut through 10 before they gassed the corridor. We pulled you out.
We stained you for safety.
Sayuri turned to Eli.
Her golden eyes locked on his. Your sacrifice turned the tide.
Koth faltered, but he broadcasts still, demanding my head and your carcass. Alarms wailed again. Red lights pulsed. Pull breach klaxons. Kess checked her pad. Raiders boarding midship. Koths boarding pods. Vrock snarled. 2 arms.
Highness, evac to the bridge.
Sayuri shook her head. Wings tucked. No.
We stand. Eli Mercer, can you fight?
Eli stood, claws curled. His flight suit hung loose on the frame that had endured plasma burns and void exposure. Always. They moved. Brock led, rifle ready, Sayuri at Eli's side. Kess trailed with medkit. Corridors narrowed. Blaster bolts scorched bulkheads ahead. Raider shouts echoed, scaled thugs in black armor, eyes glowing feral. Vrock fired first. A raider dropped, chest smoking.
Eli lunged. Claws raked a boarder's rifle.
Metal crumpled. The alien howled as Eli's grip crushed its wrist.
He spun, slashed low.
Raider slumped. Sayuri blasted another with her sidearm. Precise shot to the knee. They want leverage. Me for their warlord. 2 raiders charged Eli. Blasters chattered. He dodged, felt heat singe his shoulder. Claws extended, black blades longer than knives. He parried a rifle barrel, snapped it. Grabbed the throat. Squeezed. Cartilage crunched. The second raider fired point blank. Eli took the hit to the chest plate. Armor cracked. Pain flared. He roared, drove claws into its chest, lifted, tossed aside. Vrock glanced back. Steam jetted. Lethal. Unpredictable. Kess patched Eli's shoulder mid-stride. Your new organs pump hemocytes, self-sealing. No bleed out. They hit the junction. 10 raiders held it. Warden Koth's banner fluttered on their pauldrons. Koth's voice boomed from a raider's comm. Princess, the human freak fights like a demon. Surrender or I vent your crew. Sayuri snarled.
Never. Eli spotted the choke point.
Vents above. Grates weak. Captain, flank, high. Vrock nodded. Fired cover. Eli leaped. Claws hooked the vent lip. Tore it free. Dropped into the raider's rear. Chaos erupted. He slashed left. A raider's leg sheared. Right claws pierced armor. Yanked a power cell. Explosion rocked the pack. Sayuri's fire joined. Vrock's rifle barked. Kess tossed a stun grenade. Raiders broke. 5 down. Rest fled. Eli dropped a final 1. Claws dripped ichor. He panted. Chest wound knit already, skin puckering. Koth's comm crackled. Impossible. That biology, I will have it. Vrock clapped Eli's shoulder. Claws met scales, no flinch. You lead the charge again, human.
Sayuri sheathed her pistol. Stepped close.
Her hand touched his scaled forearm. Warmth spread. Your hands, gone for us. Now weapons. Trust earned. Eli nodded. Claws retracted slight, control forming. Kess scanned the dead. Their biotags. Koth's lairship docks in 30. Final push, they pressed on. Bulkheads buckled from raider sabotage. Air grew thin. Leaks hissing. A trap sprung. Floor grating collapsed. Sayuri plummeted.
Eli dove.
Claws snagged her harness. Scales locked on synthweave. He hauled her up one-handed. Her wings beat frantic. Got you. She clung, breath ragged.
Human strength defies scans.
Vrock covered them. Clear. Deeper in. Koth's elite waited. Bigger dragonkin, axes humming, plasma edged. The warden appeared on holodrone. Scaled face twisted. Your arms intrigue. Join me. Power beyond your frail kind.
Eli bared teeth.
Pass. Battle joined. Axes swung. Eli parried with claws. Sparks flew. One blade chipped his scale. Regrew instant. He countered. Claws sheared the axe haft. Ripped into the wielder's guard armor. The elite staggered. Vrock breathed fire, sealed a leak, and torched 2 foes. Sayuri danced, pistol flashing. Wings shielded Kess.
Kess injected a downed raider. Truth serum.
Koth's weak point, reactor core. Eli heard. Charged the last elite. Claws punched through belly armor. Twisted. Drop it.
They breached the core chamber. Koth waited, backed by 4 guards.
His raid leader bulk loomed, claws cybernetic. Princess, my prize. Koth lunged. Vrock met him.
Axes clashed. Eli guarded Sayuri.
A guard swung at her. Eli intercepted. Claws locked, blades, sheared them. Punched through the chest. Sayeri fired. Guard dropped. Kess hacked a console. Overloads primed. Koth roared. Overpowered Vrak. Slammed him into wall. The human dies next.
Eli leaped. Claws raked Koth's back.
Scales flaked. Koth spun. Cyberclaw grabbed Eli's throat. Lifted. Pressure built. Eli's vision blurred. Claws stabbed Koth's arm. Tore servos. Sparks. Koth dropped him. Freak. Sayri blasted Koth's knee. He buckled. Fire breath engulfed the warden's face. Blisters formed. Kess hit the switch. Core whined. Koth snarled. This changes nothing. War comes. Eli finished it. Claws pierced Koth's chest. Twisted through hearts. Warden slumped. Dead. Explosion rocked the ship. They ran. Pods jettisoned. Saye. The escape pod slammed into the docking clamp. Eli's claws gouged the armrest padding. Shreds fluttered in zeros, alarms blared. Breached hull integrity minimal, Dr. Kess announced. Her scanner beeped. We're aboard the frigate Iron Wing. Vrak, signal, command. His scales steamed from exertion. Koth's raiders scatter. He eyed Eli's hands.
Eli flexed his fingers.
No, claws now. Black, curved, retracting halfway into knuckles. The maiming from the haft strike had twisted something inside him. Alien biology from the crash site implant? It itched under his skin. Sayeri unbuckled beside him. Her wings folded tight. Iridescent eyes locked on his claws. You slew Koth with those. Lethal. Not my intent. Eli pulled his hands back. The claws clicked against his palms. Just kept you alive. Kess grabbed his wrist. Cool scanner pressed flesh. Fascinating. Bone density tripled. Keratin composite. Harder than our blades. She tugged. Come. Medbay. Vrak herded them through the airlock. Frigate corridors hummed.
Crew saluted the princess. Bulkheads bore scorch marks from prior skirmishes.
Red lights pulsed. Pursuit alerts. Medbay doors hissed open. Kess shoved Eli onto a slab. Restraints snapped over his ankles. Arms out. We test. Eli lay back. Test what?
I'm no lab rat.
Specimen Vrak growled. He loomed at the door, axe ready. Koth called you freak. Prove otherwise. Her tail flicked. Vrak. He saved us thrice. Claws punched hearts. Vrak's nostrils flared. Unpredictable. Kess ignored them. She slapped a steel plate onto the bench. Scrap from a hull breach. 10 centimeters thick. Demonstrate. Cut. Eli sat up. Restraints whirred loose on his arms. He extended claws. Fully out now, razor edges gleamed. No tremor. Steady as his old multi-tool. He pressed the tip to the plate. Dragged slow. Metal parted like foil. No sparks. No heat. A perfect circle popped free. Edges mirror smooth. The disc clattered to the deck.
Kess snatched it. Measured with calipers.
Radius precise to 0.1 millimeter. Shear plane atomic level clean. Impossible without plasma torch. Vrak grunted. Leaned in. Weapon quality.
Tool, Eli said. He retracted claws halfway.
Flexed. Pins and needles faded. Control sharpened. Sayri stopped pacing. Touched the disc. How?
Your kind lacks scales. Adaptation.
Eli shrugged. Sacrifice the hands. Gain this. Biology's forgiving when it has to be. Kess's eyes lit. Stress test. Now. She clamped a hydraulic press over his right hand. Gage's word.
Grit!
Eli closed fist. Claws bit into the padded jaws. Metal groaned. Readout spiked. 450 kilograms per square centimeter. Increment. Kess ordered. She dialed pressure. Eli adjusted. Loosened a millimeter. Gauges stabilized.
Tightened a hair. Peak force. No slip.
Control to 0.05 millimeters. She breathed. Released the press. Jaws deformed. Human baseline?
You'd pulp your own bones.
Eli shook out his hand. Claws retracted fully. Skin sealed over. Trained for it. Rescue ops. Precision matters. Alarms wailed ship-wide. Vrak's comms crackled. Pursuit vector. Koth's remnants. 3 corvettes inbound. Hail the fleet. Diplomatic channels. Vrak snarled. Comms fried in docking shear. Ship wide down. Kess frowned. Engineering short 20 minutes. No time. Vrak ripped a damaged panel from the medbay wall. Exposed circuits sparked. Ship-wide relay. Fried board microconnector sheared.
He thrusted at Eli.
Fix. No tools. Prove. Utility. Eli took the panel. Claws extended to needle points. He probed a loose filament, tip twisted like a microdriver. Threaded it home. Click. Sayuri watched close. Wings half unfurled. One slip. Steady. Eli snipped a frayed wire with claw edge. Clean cut. No stray strands. Picked solder bead from Kess's kit. Impossible pinch. Fused it with claw friction. Heat localized. No scorch. Vrak's eyes narrowed. Captain to bridge.
Status?
Static hissed. Then, relay live. Fleet inbound. ETA 6 marks. Crew voices flooded channels. Orders barked.
Turrets spun up. Kess logged data.
Grip modulation defies physics. Your nerves rewired? Eli handed back the panel. Claws retracted. Feels natural. Like calluses from rope work. Vrak clapped his shoulder. Scales rasped. Precise. Useful. Respect edged his rumble. Sayuri stepped forward. Took Eli's hand. Inspected unmarked skin. You sacrificed for us. These. Awaken. Eli nodded. Job's not done. Hostiles closing. Bridge feed projected. 3 corvettes decloaked. Torpedoes hot. Vrak grinned fangs. Armory. Human, your claws lead breach team. Eli stood. Claws. Itched again. Extending. After you, Captain. Kess injected hypospray chaser.
Monitor anomaly. Could spread.
Eli felt it stir.
Deeper. Muscles coiled tighter. Biology shifting. Good. They'd need it. Torpedoes streaked. Frigate evaded. Fire breath primed in vents. Sayuri drew pistol. Together, Ellie let out. Claws ready. Not just to kill. To build victory. The deck shuddered. Impacts rocked the hull. Eli braced. Claws sinking into grate for purchase. No slip. Vrak bellowed orders. Flank speed. Dragons to guns. Eli glanced back. Sayuri matched stride. Her hand brushed his arm. Bond sealed in firelight. Corvettes loomed on viewscreen. Lead ship hailed. Brick spat flame across console. Melted aggressor mic. Human. Rip their core. Eli smiled. Claws fully out. On it. Boarding pods launched. Collision imminent. Eli charged the airlock. Teammates flanked. Vrak's axes. Sayuri's shots. Kess's darts. Claws punched seal. Breached enemy hull. Raiders poured in. Eli cut first. Precision slices dropped too. No waste. They pushed forward. Alliance forged in claw and scale. Deeper alarm. Eli's veins burned. Biology surged. Wings? No. Strength doubled. He sheared a barricade clean. Vrak roared approval.
Impossible. Adaptable. Eli grunted. Tore through.
Sari covered my shield. Core chamber ahead. Guards massed. Eli leaped. Claws as scalpels. As hammers. Victory carved. Explosions chained. Corvettes cracked. Frigate pulled clear. Fleet arrived. In aftermath, Kess scanned. Mutation stable. Enhancing. Sari clasped Eli's claw hand. War averted. By one human. Eli retracted. Team effort. Vrak nodded. Alliance. Claws and fire. But Eli's change whispered more. Biology hungry. They docked at station. Crowds cheered Princess.
Eli hung back. Claws hidden.
Ready for next order. Sensors pinged faint. New signal. Koth's backup. Eli extended claws. Tested edge on rail. Perfect. War loomed larger. But now, they had the tool. Lights died across the station promenade. Screams erupted from the cheering crowds. Eli shoved Princess Sayuri behind a bulkhead, his claws scraping sparks on durasteel as he scanned the shadows. Raiders swarmed from docking clamps. Koth scaled marauders, plasma rifles glowing. They'd sliced power conduits to herd targets into the main corridor. A kill funnel. Vrak bellowed. Axes drawn.
Fall back. Maintenance shafts now.
Sayeri's pistol barked, dropping a raider mid-leap. Dr. Kess fired sedative darts from her multi-tool, thinning the front line. Eli covered their retreat, claws extended. He slashed low, severing a raider's leg at the joint, blood sprayed acrid and metallic. "Ellie with us," Brock roared.
Eli glanced at Sayeri's pale scales.
Her eyes locked on his. Duty-bound, she nodded. He grinned. Human volunteers to go first. He charged the access grate. Claws punched through welds like foil. Metal screamed as he peeled it open. The team piled in. Sayeri, Kess, Vrock last, sealing it with a plasma torch. Darkness swallowed the shaft. Emergency strips flickered red. Crawl space narrowed fast. Eli took point, shoulders scraping walls. His mutated veins throbbed. Heat building. Biology shifting again? Boots pounded above. Raiders breached the grate. Shots punched through ceiling panels.
"Faster!" Vrock growled from rear.
Eli sliced a junction box. Sparks lit his path. Tunnel forks ahead. Left sealed. Right exposed. "Seal be damned," Vrock snapped. "Point's yours, human. Prove it." Sayeri protested. "He's not one of us." The strain. "Quiet, princess." Vrock's voice brooked no argument.
Mercer adapts. Eli grunted.
No time for debate. He bashed forward, claws rending insulation. Dust choked the air. His lungs burned, but human endurance kicked in. Steady breaths. Ignore the ache.
Shaft trembled. Explosives?
No structural failure. Ceiling groaned. Duracrete cracking. "Collapse!" Kess yelled. Tons shifted. Eli dove forward, anchoring his claws into opposing walls. Legs braced. He locked arms overhead, holding the slab back. Weight crushed his shoulders. Bones creaked. "Pass," he gasped. Sayeri scrambled under first, her tail brushing his boot. "Ellie, go." Kess next. Scanner beeping. "Your vitals?" Spiking. "Hold." Vrock shoved past. Axes ready. Resilient beast. Eli's vision blurred. Muscles screamed. New strength surged. Biology awakening. Claws dug deeper. Scales forming on his forearms. No pain. Just hold. Last raider shots echoed closer. Bulkhead ahead sealed tight. Sayeri cleared. Vrock yanked Eli's leg. Slab slipped. Eli, released, tumbling through. Ceiling slammed shut behind. He hit decking hard. Rolled up, claws dripped hydraulic fluid. Arm hung limp, maimed, shoulder dislocated. But alive. Kess knelt, hyper-ready. Dislocated. Fractures.
And scales?
Your mutation's accelerating. Later. Eli popped his shoulder back. Pain lanced, then faded. Human adaptability. He flexed claws. Sharper now. Raiders hammered the debris. Sparks flew. Vrock eyed him. "You held that. No Drake could." Eli waved it off. Work order. Team first. Sayeri stared. Sharp eyes softened. "My shield bears wounds for me. Bulkhead ahead. Emergency sealed. Red lights pulsing. No time for codes." Eli rose. "Carve exit."
He drove claws into the hatch.
Metal parted like wet cloth. Biology hummed. Strength tripled. Veins glowed faint blue under skin. Shots cracked through ceiling cracks. Plasma scorched his back. He ignored it. "Cover!" Vrock barked. Axes spinning to deflect bolts. Sayeri fired precise bursts. Kess darted a raider's eye through a gap. Eli sheared the lock. Hatch buckled. He kicked it free. Beyond. Service bay. Flickering lights. Raiders massing. Princess through. Eli grabbed Sayeri's arm, hauling her past molten edges. Her scales brushed his cool against his fevered skin. She landed light pistol up. Clear left. Eli pulled Kess next. Vrock covered rear. Plasma grazed Eli's thigh. Flesh sizzled. He snarled, slashing back blindly. Rodder screamed. "Seal it." Too late. Raiders poured into the shaft breach. Koth's voice boomed over comms. "Princess mine. Human specimen next." Eli spun, claws flashing. He bisected the lead raider. Gut spilled. Not today. They sprinted across the bay. Consoles sparked. Alarms wailed station-wide. Kess scanned a panel. Docking clamps free in 30. Frigate inbound. Vrock nodded. Fight to the pads. Eli's leg buckled. Wound cauterized but deep. Scales spread up his calf, armoring. Biology hungry, whispering power. Wings itched between shoulders. Not now. Sayeri supported him. Lean. You saved us twice. Abbott.
Eli retracted claws halfway. Humble operator.
Civilians don't die on my watch. Raiders breached the bay doors. Blaster fire stitched the deck. Vrock charged, axes whirling. Flames jetted from his vents. Drake fury. 2 raiders ignited.
Eli pushed Cyri ahead. Claws out full.
He leaped a crate, slicing midair. Raider head tumbled. Kess darted flanks. Specimen quality rising, she muttered, grinning. Captain Vrock roared triumph over a felled foe. Human lethal, Eli grunted. Team. They hit the docking corridor. Clamps groaned open. Frigate silhouette loomed. Koth himself appeared, hulking, scarred, rifle leveled.
Surrender her.
Eli stepped forward.
Sacrifice again.
Claws itched. Biology roared.
Sayiri pulled him back.
Together, Vrock flanked. Cass prepped. EMP. Shots flew.
Eli dodged claws carving return fire paths.
One bolt clipped his maimed arm. Bone cracked anew. He held. Frigate bay doors cycled. Raiders closed. Koth laughed. Broken human. Princess leverage. Warmine. Eli's veins burned white-hot. Scales erupted full dragon-like ridges.
Strength quadrupled, he roared, voice echoing unnatural.
Wrong. He blurred forward. Claws as blades, as battering rams. Koth fired point blank. Eli tanked it, armor holding. Slash. Koth's rifle parted. Reverse. Raiders faltered. Monster. Vrock pressed. Alliance. Sayiri. Shot clean.
Kess darted. Survivors. They boarded.
Door slammed. Frigate accelerated. Medbay later. Kess probed Eli's arm. Maimed yet enhancing. Sacrifice triggered it. Fear to Alliance.
He turned it. Eli retracted claws.
Just doing the job. Vrock nodded respect. Claws and fire. War averted. For now. Sensors pinged. New signal. Koth's fleet. Eli tested claws on Nedrail.
Edge perfect.
Biology whispered. More coming. Ready. Princess Sayiri pinned Eli against the safe room bulkhead. Her four-fingered hand clamped his scaled shoulder. Truth, Mercer. What dragon sorcery awakened in you? Eli met her glowing violet eyes. The frigate's hum vibrated through the deck. Medbay probe still itched under his fresh scales. He twisted free, gentle but firm. No sorcery.
Biology. My biology.
She blocked his path to the console. Horns on her crestplate gleamed under the red emergency lights. You erupted scales. Claws severed Koth's rifle-like foil. Roared fire in your throat. Lie to me again, and our alliance fractures. Vrock stood guard at the door, rifle ready.
Doctor.
Kess monitored vitals from the corner med station, scanner humming. Eli ignored them, focused on Sayiri. She deserved straight talk. He rolled up his sleeve. Exposed the maimed arm. Stump scars twisted like melted cables from elbow to wrist. Old wounds from a collapsed hab on Rigel 7. Lost this pulling civilians. Docs grafted what they could. Nano-region. Experimental. Sacrifice triggered it. Sayari's gaze sharpened. She traced a scar with one claw. Triggered how? Eli clenched his fist. Scales iridescent blue-black gleamed. Claws extended, razor edges, 4 inches long, humming with tension. Field test gone wrong. Radiation spike. My cells adapted. Hit it. Dormant, till now. He retracted them, flexed again. Bone knit deeper. Pain faded to strength. Back at the docking clamp, Koth demanded surrender. I chose the door. Blew it open. Took the hits. That choice woke it full. Her mandibles clicked, shock in alien body language. You selected maiming over my capture. Why? Job spec, protect civilians. Royals count double. Eli shrugged. Scales rippled across his shoulders. Humans endure, adapt. That's our edge. Sayiri stepped back, drew a ceremonial blade from her belt. Thin curved, etched with swirling runes, then bind to duty proper. She sliced her palm. Violet blood welled, dripped onto his claws as he extended them. Royal blood oath. I, Sayiri of the Vexery Crown, vow protection eternal. Your sacrifice earns my crest. She pressed her bleeding palm to his claw tips. Runes glowed, branded faint silver spirals into the keratin.
You shield me. I shield you.
Cross-species pact, unbreakable. Eli stared at the mark. Warmth spread up his arm. Biology purred approval, new instincts sinking. He nodded once. Accepted. Oath holds. Vrock grunted approval.
Honors competence.
Human claws plus Vexari shields. Potent. Kess leaned in, scanner beeping. Fascinating. Symbiotic marking? Nanoregen interfacing with royal enzymes? Cyree silenced her with a glare. Turned to Eli. Plan? Eli tapped the console. Holomap flickered. Frigate vectoring to jump point. Red blips closed. Koth's raiders, 5 strong. Sensors confirmed the ping. Old plan. Hide, evade, slip to Alliance space. Oath changes it. We keep you alive by ending the hunt. Now. Cyere's eyes widened. Aggressive vector? Expose us? Hidden failed twice. Raiders track us. Eli traced routes. Claws scored faint lines in the plasteel panel. Test scratches. Perfect edges. Frigates got teeth. Plasma lances. Drones swarm. We ambush the lead pursuer. Cut Koth's fleet relay. Scatter them. Vrock hefted his rifle. Risky. But your dragon form tips scales. I lead breach team.
Cass adjusted her kit. I'll handle bioscans.
Your arm's at 140% density. Could cut their hull plating.
Eli retracted claws, felt the crest mark pulse.
Strength quadrupled baseline. Thanes traced faint glow under scales. Biology whispers more. Fire glands forming. Test later. He locked eyes with Sayuri. You stay central. Shields up. I front line. Mandibles set firm. Oath demands it. Together, alarms wailed. Bridge comm crackled. Contacts accelerating. Raider wolf pack. Weapons hot. Eli grabbed a breacher harness. Strap in. Claws itched to extend. Stations. Rewrite executes now. Frigate shuddered. Engines flared to intercept course. Sari clasped his marked claw one last time. Fear turned alliance. Your resilience binds us. Eli grinned. Human humble, but ready. Just the job. Let's demonstrate. Plasma fire streaked past viewports. Vrock barked orders. Drones launched in a silver cloud.
Eli tested his arm, punched a bulkhead, dented alloy buckled.
No pain, only power. Lead Raider loomed on sensors. Collision warning blared. Eli shouldered into the forward bay. Breach pods prepped. On me. Sayuri followed.
Her personal shield hummed active, for crown and claw.
Pods slammed shut. Magnetic rails hurled them forward. Raider hull rushed up. Impact jarred. Eli's claws punched through first. Tore entry. Raiders inside spun.
Fired wild. Human lethal, Eli roared.
Scales fully erupted. Ridges armored his back.
He blurred through the first foe. Claws parted armor, like cloth.
Second Raider charged. Eli tanked the stun bolt, grabbed the rifle, crushed it. Tossed the user aside. Vrock's team poured in. Vexari plasma carved flanks. Relay core ahead. Kess darted behind. Injected a downed Raider. Specimen grab. Biologs confirm. Koth's gene mods. Unstable. Sayuri covered Eli's blind side. Her blade danced. They falter. Eli shouldered a blast door. Hinges screamed. Open to the core. 2 guards manned consoles. They wheeled. Intruders. Eli leaped. Claws raked consoles first. Sparks flew. Relay died. Guards next. One slashed across chest plate. Shallow.
Eli reversed. Ended it clean.
Alarms shifted pitch. Raider slowed. Fleet blips scattered on Eli's wrist link. Done.
Eli wiped claws on his harness. Retracted scales partial.
Crest mark glowed steady. Sari sheathed her blade. Hunt broken, oath proves. Vrock secured the bay. Frigate docking. Extract. Back aboard, bridge cheered quiet. Jump drive spooled. Stars streaked to hyperspace, but Eli's biology whispered louder. Glands heated in his throat. Claws vibrated. Sensors pinged anew. Not Raiders. Something bigger. Dragon scale readings? Kess scanned him. Eyes widened. Mercer. To generate which change isn't done. It's evolving.
Eli flexed. Felt wings bud under skin.
Copy that. Ready for next. Sayuri gripped his arm. Whatever comes, oath holds. Frigates jumped. Unknown mass shadowed their wake.
Dr. Kess jammed the injector into Eli's forearm.
The needle bit deep. Chemicals burned through his veins like liquid fire. Eli clenched his jaw. Status? Adrenaline surrogate. Mimics your spike. Cass yanked the injector free. Her scanner hummed over his hand. Watch the claws. Full extension incoming. Scales, split skin. Claws, punched out, longer, curved, like obsidian scythes. Dragon talons, black and razor-edged. They locked at twice the prior length, gleaming under the medbay lights. Sari stepped back. Her eyes widened. Vrak gripped his pistol tighter. Eli flexed them. Control slipped. His right hand slashed down. Talons gouged the deck plate. Steel peeled like foil. Sparks showered. The cut ran a meter deep, edges molten.
Stop.
Kess barked. Eli froze. Muscles locked against the urge to rend. He willed the talons back. They retracted inch by inch, scales folding smooth.
His hand trembled. Human again. Kess exhaled.
Remarkable. Voluntary override. You're not feral. Vrak holstered his weapon.
That was no human hand. What are you, Mercer?
Eli wiped sweat from his brow. He glanced at his wrist link. The shadow mass pinged closer. Proximity alert. It's gaining. Sayeri nodded. Koth's flagship. He tracked the jump signature. The frigate shuddered. Hull breach forward sections. Vrak keyed comms. All hands. Decoy protocol. Plot false course to Epsilon relay. Broadcast wide. Talons itched beneath skin. Main path blocked. I'll cut the shutters to auxiliary hangar. Wait. Scan first. Her device beeped. Glands active. Throat sacs inflating. Wings at 40% bud. Don't shift full here. Later. Eli shouldered past. He sprinted down the corridor. Boots pounded grated deck. Raiders had sealed bulkheads. Armored shutters. Vexary grade. Plasma fire echoed ahead. Vrak's team held the line. Eli reached the shutters. 20 tons of reinforced alloy. He extended claws partial, tested the seam. And steel yielded under pressure. Vrak arrived barking orders. Decoy away. Koth's intercepting it.
Bias 5.
He drove talons into the join. Muscles burned. Metal screamed as he pried. Silent, no torches, no explosives. Claws sheared locks clean. Shutter buckled inward. Through. Eli kicked it aside. The panel crashed. Clear path to hangar. Sari dashed up, blade drawn. Princess to extract shuttle. Now. Eli led, claws retracted but ready. Hangar loomed. Shuttle prepped. Engines hot. Kess trailed. Scanner out. Mercer. Vital spiking. Contain it. Too late. Hangar ramp dropped. Koth's raiders swarmed the decoy breach, but Koth himself stormed the real hangar. 10 elites flanked him, gene-modded brutes with vibro axes and plasma lances. Koth laughed. Tusks gleaming. Princess. Surrender. Leverage ends war my way. Sayeri skidded to halt at the ramp. Her shuttle idled behind. Raiders cut off retreat. Eli shoved her behind him. Vrak! Cover! Hold. Koth advanced. The human pet, too. Specimen for my labs. Claws like a drake. Unnatural. Biology roared awake. He stepped forward. Talons extended full. No choice. Raiders charged. First one swung vibro axe. Eli parried. Talons sparked against the blade. Axe shattered. He raked back. Raiders' chest plate split. Foe dropped.
Second fired plasma lance. Bolt grazed Eli's shoulder.
Scales hardened instant. Armor held. Eli lunged. Claws pierced helm. Ended it. Koth bellowed. Flank him. Sari danced beside Eli. Her blade flashed, severing a raider's arm.
Together! Kess fired her stun pistol from cover. Dropped 1.
Adrenaline feedback. Eli retract.
Third raider grappled him. G-mod strafe crushed ribs.
Eli headbutted. Crest ridge cracked bone. Talons stabbed up. Raider slumped. Wings butted sharp under skin. Back itched. Throat sac swelled. Fire built. Koth closed. His own claws extended, modded. Monster hybrid. Die caged. Eli met him. Claws locked. Sparks flew. Koth pushed hard. Superior mass.
Eli's feet slid. Sayuri slashed Koth's leg.
Wound opened. He roared, backhanding her. She flew into crates. Eli surged. Rage spiked. Talons drove deep into Koth's guard. Pierced armor. Blood sprayed. Koth staggered. Impossible. Vrock's team breached. Vexari plasma-carved raiders. Clear. Eli pressed. One talon hooked Koth's jaw. Tore free. Koth gurgled. Collapsed. Silence fell. Raiders routed. Cyree rose, clutching ribs. She gripped Eli's arm. Saved. Again. Eli panted. Claws dripped, but the shift pushed further. Wings tore through harness. Leathery spans, edged like blades. Throat burned. Jalan's pulsed. He tasted smoke.
Kes scanned frantic. Full dragon form.
Suppressor Mercer. Eli dropped to knees. Fought it. Muscles knotted. Wings half unfurled. 10 feet span. He clamped jaws. Forced retraction. Scales receded. Wings folded inward. Agony lancing. Controlled.
He gasped.
Stood shaky. Vrock stared. You leashed a drake. In battle. Cyree sheathed blade. Touched his crest. Oath unbreakable. Human strength binds us. Shuttle ramp hissed open. They boarded. Engines roared. But Eli's link pinged. Shadow mass split. Multiples now. Dragon signatures locked on. Kes. Whispered. It's calling kin.
Eli flexed claws. Partial extend.
Then we answer. Pursuers matched. Biology whispered. The monster hungered. Barely chained. Eli burst into the open hangar, boots slamming against grated deck. Raiders spun toward him, plasma rifles snapping up. Koth loomed at the center, claws gripping Princess Cyree's throat. Her scales gleamed under flickering lights, eyes locked on Eli.
Take me instead, Eli bellowed. Let the princess go. Koth's mandibles clicked laughter.
Broken human. Maimed meat. You offer scraps? Eli's left arm hung limp, mangled from the breaching charge that saved Cyree's convoy hours ago. Shrapnel had torn muscle to bone. Pain meds dulled it to fire, but his right hand flexed. Claws itched beneath skin. New, wrong, from that alien bioagent the Raiders dosed him with during capture. Raiders advanced. Eli raised empty hands. No weapons. Just resolve. Civilians don't die on my watch.
She's diplomatic cargo. You want leverage?
I'm the anomaly. Cyree twisted in Koth's grip.
Mercer now.
Koth shoved her toward a crate. She stumbled, drew her blade. Captain Vrock's team huddled behind shuttle ramp, pinned by crossfire. Kes patched a wounded guard, scanner beeping. Koth raised his gauntlet. Stun net. Bag the freak. Charge hummed. Net launched, spinning web of shock filaments crackling blue. Eli lunged. Right arm blurred. Claws punched through skin, extended full obsidian, razor-edged dragon sharp. Single crosscut. Net shredded midair. Filaments sparked harmlessly to deck. Shreds fluttered like confetti. Raiders froze. Koth's eyes widened. What sorcery? Eli charged. Raiders fired. Plasma bolts seared air. He dodged, rolled. Claws, raked, burst shooter's leg. Armor parted like foil. Raiders screamed. Dropped. Second bolt grazed Eli's shoulder. Fabric burned. Skin blistered. He ignored it. Human endurance. Pushed through. Claws retracted halfway, conserving energy. Biology burned hot inside. Glands swelling. Suppress it. Not now. Vrock shouted from shuttle. Launch sequence. Sorry. Codes. Princess dashed to console. Fingers flew over hollow keys.
Engines priming!
Koth roared. Leaped. Mass advantage. Hulking Vexari frame, twice Eli's bulk. Eli met him head-on. Claws locked on Koth's weapon arm. Pinned it to deck. Metal buckled. Koth's gauntlet sparked under pressure. Raiders rallied. Plasma-scorched bulkheads. Vroxy bolts vaporized two assailants. Hold the ramp. Eli strained. Koth's free claw slashed.
Gashed Eli's maimed arm.
Fresh agony exploded. Blood-slicked grip. But Eli twisted. Partial claws bit gauntlet. Circuits fried. Koth bucked. Eli rode it down, knee-slamming chest plate. Yield. Eli growled. Throat rasped. Smoke taste rising. Wings cramped under skin, wanting out. Koth, spat Iker. Never. Warden takes all. Eli's vision tunneled. Biology surged. Scales prickled chest. He slammed Koth's head once. Helm cracked. Codes. Or I rip them. Sayari's voice cut through. Sequence locked. Thrusters hot. Koth laughed wetly. Pursuers inbound.
You fly to death. Eli hooked a claw into gauntlet seal.
Tore it free. Hollow interface flickered. Access code scrolled. He memorized, slapped wrist link. Data downloaded. Vrock yelled, "Boarding! Now!" Eli hauled Koth up by throat. Raider dangled, gurgling. Claws hovered at eyes. One twitch and restraint, one. Humans didn't execute. Not like this. Eli hurled Coat into Raiders. "Go. Tell your masters the princess flies free." Koth crashed. Raiders dragged him back, firing wild.
Eli retreated. Claws retracted. Agony lancing veins.
Skin knit, too fast, unnatural. Shuttle ramp whined shut. Sayeri gripped his good arm. Shredded the net, like a drake unbound. Vrock sealed hatch. Launch. Engines thundered. Deck shuddered. G-forces pinned them. Hangar view blurred Raiders scattering as bay doors irised shut. Alarms wailed outside.
Frigate lurched to life. Jump drive spooled.
Stars streaked. Eli slumped into jump seat. Maimed arm throbbed. Blood dripped. Kess knelt, scanner probing. Claws at 40% extension. Bioagent accelerating. Dragon markers off charts. "Suppress it," Eli muttered. Flexed fingers. Skin split scales glinted. Sayeri watched, unblinking.
"You spared him. Could have ended the warden."
Ends nothing. Eli met her gaze. "War's not won by corpses. We get you home. Prevent it." Vrock nodded grudgingly. Competence. Unpredictable human lethal, but leashed. Jump hit. Reality warped. Stars snapped back. Link pinged. Eli's. Shadow contacts, multiples. Dragon signatures. No hostiles matching vector. Kess paled. The agent's broadcasting. Kin. Eli's throat burned. Glands pulsed. Taste of smoke. Claws itched full extension. Inside, the monster stirred. Hungrier. Pursuers closed. Biology whispered. Unleash. But Eli clamped down. Wings cramped, half unfurling in mind's eye. Not yet. Protect first. Sayeri touched his crest. New ridge forming. Oath holds. Human binds the storm. Frigate jumped again. Shadows followed. Eli stood. Claws partial out. Arm weapons. They want dragon. We give coordinated fire.
Vrock barked orders. Plasma banks charged.
Collaboration, aliens precision. Human grit. First salvo lanced. Lead pursuer bloomed fire. But more swarmed. Biology roared inside. Restraint frayed.
Kess injected stabilizer. Fight it, Mercer.
Eli gripped bulkhead. Scales crept up arms. Wings tore harness. Leathery bladed edges unfurling 3 feet. Pain knifed. Raiders broadcast taunt. Freak dragon human. Specimen prize. Ray drew blade. Together. Eli nodded. Claws fully extended. Shred steel. Troy hulls. Next jump. Primed. Pursuers matched. Monster hungered. Eli leashed it. Barely. For now. Deck shook.
Incoming fire rattled shields.
Vrock targeted locks. Fire, bolts carved void. One pursuer vented Atmo. Eli's link screamed. Dragon calls multiplied. His own blood answered suppress. Adapt. Endure. Shields buckled 20%. Alarms blared. Sorry chanted override. Jump stabilized. They leaped. Shadows clung.
Kess scanned. Full shift imminent.
Glands critical. Fire breath potential. Eli tasted ash. Throat glowed faint. Pinpoint their weak points. We turn this. Vrock plotted. Vulnerable drives. Human eyes see it. There. Overload vectors. Fingers danced. Targets locked. Salvo away. 2 more pursuers. Crippled. But lead raider, Koth's flagship. Unleashed net drone swarm. Stun fields disrupted jump field. Frigate shuddered. Power flickered. Eli rose. Wings spanned 5 feet now, folding tight. Claws gleamed. Breach teams. I lead. Sayeri gripped hilt. No alone. Vrock chambered bolt. Alliance forms. Biology peaked. Scales armored torso. Tail nub twitched. Monster grinned inside. But Eli chose protector, not destroyer. They armed. Ramp cycled.
Into the hunt. Sacrifice forged weapon.
Fear flipped to fealty. Shadows loomed larger. Dragon awakened. Not to devour. but defend.